Mountain or Molehill?
Mountain or Molehill!
Let's go over the mountains last week. So last week's biggest mountain was sensitive spoiler crybaby.
Yeah, why?
Because everyone
It's
hates
so
those
dumb.
people.
Like, yeah, it is. But as if spoilers aren't worse than the people who whinge about
Immediately so
spoilers.
angry. No, spoilers great. You can bring spoilers in as a mountain one day, but spoilers aren't even...
Have you watched
they're a molehill.
Stranger Things 4 yet?
No.
Okay, so...
No, Kev, we're going to need your Netflix
No,
password
you know
for that.
what?
well, be quick because they're banning them.
A guy at work actually watches Stranger Things 4. He was already watching. He kept asking me, have you watched it yet?
Yeah.
Hanging to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just tell me. I don't care. I don't care about spoilers. Just tell me. And he did. He spoiled the things. I can't remember what it was. And I don't remember any of the Stranger Things characters because it was so long since I watched 3. So
It's a good series.
it didn't make much sense. So
We're actually
I've got to
watching
watch
it.
all over again.
We're watching it from the start again
Yeah, good
with
idea.
Opie. Yeah.
And then tied was people who don't read the manual and traffic light parkers. And to be honest, when you dropped that mountain, I was like, this is a mountain.
it's a big problem. I'm blown away that...
It's usually annoying.
I'm just, yeah.
And then last, of course, public toilets, because everyone loves public toilets.
They don't
There's
love
nothing
them.
like shitting somewhere else.
You know what, actually? Have you been to the ones that are located around Canberra these days? Just like, I think there's one at the Arboretum. There's one down near the lake, near like the museum.
I don't know. I haven't been to many of those open public.
Those ones, you go in, you shut the door, it plays classical music. It's flash as
Oh, those are the
shit.
fancy electric ones that like clean
yeah.
themselves.
Do they have
and
a bidet?
stuff? Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think public toilets should ever have a bidet.
Everyone should have a
Someone's
bidet
gonna
everywhere.
spit on that, and then you're just washing your butt
Ooh.
with spit.
Yeah, but someone will spit on the toilet paper.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I don't poo in public.
Yep.
So we're good.
Anyway, those were last week's mountains. Obviously, public toilets, Molehill.
Last week I went first, so I'm going to let you take the reins.
Okay. So my first one, I'm going to save my biggest mountain for last. My first one, cans that don't stack properly. You know how most cans, like the top of the can is a little bit bigger than the bottom, so like slot together perfectly?
Yeah.
I've had so many cans lately that don't do that.
What
I know,
cans?
like baked bean cans and stuff, and some other cans.
No.
Baked bean cans don't stack on cat food very well.
Well,
I
no,
feel
but
like
I
if
mean,
they're different
they're not
products-
universal. Like, you're not going to. I mean, imagine going to like open up your beans and you're like, oh man, cat food. Like you take baked beans to work and then like you open it, you're like,
Oh,
oh
the cat
man,
food again."
cat
No,
food
it's
for
the
lunch.
Coles brand crushed tomato tins.
Yeah, they don't stack either, but
They
neither
don't.
do the baked bean cans I got recently. None of
Pay
them
the
stacking.
extra
They're
30 cents, you'll get a can that's
No,
relevant.
This was a premium brand crushed tomato. They didn't stack together. Same size ring on the top and the bottom.
That's a really weird thing too.
Frustrating.
Yeah, I can imagine it's really frustrating. It is
And-
really frustrating.
Ironically, because it's hard to tack, you can't make a mountain out of them. You physically can't make a can mountain anymore. I guess if you do the off-center one, but yeah, anyway, that ruins my joke.
I
It
guess
is-
I can see how it's a problem. I've never experienced this.
I hadn't until like this year.
It was
I don't
so
know if
you're
it's
saying
like there's been a can revolution and the can manufacturer's like, too long have we been doing different sized rings? It takes an extra tiny bit of
you know what it was?
material. What?
It was to stop panic buyers. They're like, you can't fit all of this in your cupboard.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? We got to do something about these panic buyers. We'll make it less convenient for them to stack them up.
Watch their cans.
Rolling cans in pantries.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
Yep.
So, yeah, look, I appreciate that would suck. I haven't experienced it, so it's not a mountain for me yet.
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
never understood.
I'm going to bring some cans around next week and put them in your cupboard. And
Yeah, sick. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I guess, like, I mean, if you're talking about like drink cans, they don't stack great either.
Drink cans. Oh,
Drink
yeah.
cans. So, I mean, look, I've
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me so much.
No.
Molehill.
No, it's a mountain.
It's not a problem.
We'll see when it gets to the votes.
Somehow you convince these people with your magic autist powers.
Well, I don't know. I picked the biggest mountain every week so far. Anyway, what's your mountain?
Okay, mountain number 1 for me is actually... This is a huge deal. And coming out of the pandemic, you'd think people would be like, okay, I get it. We won't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Sick people going into work when sick.
Yeah. And you know what it is?
Yeah.
They come in, they're like, oh, it's not COVID. So it's like, I can just come in and sneeze
great.
over all of you.
I don't mind getting the flu because it's not COVID. No, okay. So I'll give you a few points on this. So I wrote down a couple.
Yeah.
So if you're sick and you go into the workspace, spreads that sickness. Then that person who is considerate enough to stay home uses their own personal leave, sick leave.
Yeah.
Or if they are casual or don't have any sick leave, they lose money.
Yeah.
Then they spread it to their family, meaning that another person in their house has to take time off or, all of that.
Yeah.
So another one, if you're ready to go on holiday, okay, and you go in, you're sick, you get another person sick. That person then puts off their holiday.
Yeah.
Horrible.
That
okay?
is legitimately
that's-
terrifying.
It's a horrible,
Yep.
horrible thing.
Yep.
They're not even as productive in the office.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you here? You're just
That
going to
makes
sit
sense.
here, be sick. It's horrible.
But also, if it's a sick that you could work through, it's not so bad, you could still go to work. Everyone else who gets it can probably go to
I'm
work
going
too.
to give you a scenario.
They can all go to work. That's fine. Everyone just... Who cares? You're sick, they're sick, we're all sick. We're not too sick to work though.
So I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
This happened to us this week.
Ooh.
So you notice you had to come through the garage door this time.
Yeah, because your family's sick all the time.
And that was because Ellie went to work and this guy walked in coughing up a storm, snot everywhere. And they're like, just go home. You're going to get us sick. The lady she works with has rec leave this week.
Why didn't they take precautions and when he was around, sanitize their
They
hands
did.
all the time?
They did.
Put on a mask.
They did.
Put a mask on him.
They did.
Not enough masks.
All right. But either way, this guy could have just gone, I'm going to go home. I won't come in.
Yeah.
Not only that, this guy just goes into the office, sits on his phone all day. So it's like, I'm going to go sit in this room and make everyone else sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, this mountain of a person is an asshole.
I think the workplace
assume.
is the problem, to be honest.
Well,
Either giving you a limited number of sick leave and that kind of thing. Maybe that should, obviously, you don't want people faking sick all the time, but they should just offer more sick leave.
I think sick leave should be, there needs to be a big review on how sick leave works.
Or even a government paid sick leave. Who cares? They're going to spend it on dumb shit anyway. Just pay people. Who cares? Just give them money. What?
I don't know. I think it
Just
is
suck a few pubes. Use that money to...
a couple $100K. Yeah. Well, I mean,
use
even
that
if
for
it was
fun sick leave.
if you don't have any sick leave, then you get paid on a new start allowance for that fortnight or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to benefit people being going home and being sick.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, that new start allowance or job seeker allowance is only $500 a fortnight. It's not good.
Well, maybe it should mirror your pay closer. Like a certain percent of your pay. And
Well, that's how they did it at the start of the COVID stuff, and that was, I don't know,
Yeah,
it was
it
weird.
should, if the government doesn't want people going into work and getting sick and make everyone else sick, they should do that. Pay for all the sick leave. So it's not the people's fault. It's not their fault they're coming in sick. I work sick all the time. I only don't come in sick if I'm I can't talk, so I sound awful, so it's going to be off-putting to customers.
I'm going to say, very
But I do
honestly,
wear a mask.
you are actually the best worker I've ever met as far as reliable and dedicated to your job.
Yeah.
I'd put you as number one for the people that I know. Very great work ethic.
And
Yep.
I'm the kind of person who goes to work sick.
No, but you don't.
I do.
But not.
Unless I'm so sick, I just can't.
You're sick, but you're never sick. You're like sick, or you're not sick.
I got sick a few weeks ago. I did take one of the days off,
Yeah.
but then I worked the next day.
Okay.
That was like the peak of your sickness.
I was
though.
very, very
Yeah,
sick.
he was really unwell.
But still pretty sick the next day. Just work. Serving customers.
You're a mountain of a problem.
Yeah.
I take back everything
No,
I said that was really nice.
But I wore
Your
a mask
ethics
all
are
day.
terrible.
I wore a mask all day and I washed my hands very regularly.
Did you stay away from people?
No, my job is dealing with people.
In customer service.
But
Yeah.
I was constantly washing my hand before I touched anything and all that. I'm a very safe boy.
Look,
And yeah.
I'm a bit upset with that.
Yeah.
I'm really angry that this is happening to our family yet again. We're sick for like the 5th time this winter.
Yeah.
I'm-
because of people like me.
Yeah.
No, it's people like the government not paying people
But it's
down
not.
sick leave. Yeah,
You
sure
can-
it is.
Okay, look, if you're going to...
We're all right.
There needs to
I'm
be a
sick
better
boys.
review. Yeah, it just needs... But it's a mountain of a problem. So whether we look at it from this is how we fix it,
Yeah.
from the government
Do
perspective...
you go to work sick sometimes?
No, I work from home.
Oh, yeah, but that's a
See?
cop out. So
but,
you have...
but
your workplace has given you a way to work around it. If you
Yes.
didn't have that situation, you'd probably work sick.
yeah, or be very, very broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd work sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that my employer noticed at the beginning of COVID
Mhm.
and afterwards was that people stopped taking sick leave because they could work from home when they were sick.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the days of sick leave is like everyone's still got loads of sick leave up their sleeve because no one's had a day off sick in
Because
in
they can
2
work
years
through it.
because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can work home. And most of the time when you work in an office, you call in sick because you feel okay enough to do something, but you don't want to infect everyone else that you're sitting around
Yeah,
in close
absolutely.
contact with. So
Yep. And that's the best way to look at it because if you are sick, you should just stay home. You
no,
should.
go to work.
No,
Who cares?
I care.
You're going to spread it.
Yeah.
Have a spreader event at work.
No.
Yeah, everyone gets sick. Everyone builds up a stronger immune system.
See, but that's the other thing. No one was getting sick for 2 years unless it was COVID.
Yeah, because we weren't getting sick enough. So
Yeah.
now we need everyone to get sick a lot so we can build that immune
I'm
system. back up.
I'm loading up on vitamin C tablets and everything now.
D?
I'm like D and C.
Yeah, get the D.
Get the D.
everyone
yeah.
needs a bit of D.
Well, that's quite the
Didn't get
little
enough D.
molehill.
Bull. It's a
Because we
problem.
all do it, and no one's going to say, oh, yeah, that's a mountain, because then they're all calling themselves mountains because everyone does it.
Everyone take a long, hard look at yourself.
And vote with integrity, people.
Yeah, vote in a way that gets you a government that gives you all the money. And
Give me a mountain.
now this.
Give me an actual mountain.
This is an even bigger mountain than whatever it was I just said. Hang on, we'll write these down as we go because I'll be forgetting. What was my first mountain? It was the cans.
Unstackable cans.
dumb.
No, it's a huge problem. Okay.
Oh, just write cans.
Unstackable.
Write cans.
Just gonna write
That
unstackable.
That doesn't look like it says unstackable from here. It looks like a
Cans.
certain
What
C
was your
word.
dumb one? Oh, sickies.
Not taking sickies.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jeremy.
Can I introduce my own mountain into this one? And it is Jeremy's handwriting.
He has not had a different handwriting since he was like 5.
You can tell.
This is it. This was the peak.
Look, you can literally compare his writing to the cup.
That's brilliant.
Okay, now this. I've been trying to think of a name on this,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna call it the Tiny X on mobile game ads, on mobile phone ads.
Oh, it is a mountain.
It is a
All right.
and not
We're on
just
board.
because it's this tiny little X that's almost impossible to press, and when you miss, it takes you to the store.
Yeah.
It takes you straight to the store. Like anyone who is aiming for that X, if they accidentally go to the store, they're going, "Oh, I guess I'll get it." Like, are they tricking people into downloading these games.
No, the kids that have the apps and they miss it, they go, Dad won't mind.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
And then it does it a dozen times. Like you press the X, okay, and then it goes to like a little video of it, and then you press the little fast forward button, and then it comes to a picture of the app, and then another X appears after like 10 seconds.
Oh, and
Like-
the waiting on that X as well, when it's
Yeah.
like the load screen, or they hide it behind something.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's so awful. And
Oh.
it's like, I don't care if like there's ads on the phones. That's fine, but they don't have to put in all this tricky shit in there.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Just super... if anything, it is my biggest deterror for me actually playing games on a phone or something.
You know what?
I get so frustrated that I'm like, I just can't deal with that
You
right
know what
now.
I've started sometimes doing?
Taking off your data and Wi-Fi so you don't have any way to load that ad.
Nah, because sometimes they'll have a lot of pre-loaded ads. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but
when you download it, it downloads ads with it.
certain times you can get away with that.
Sometimes.
I've played
Yeah.
many games where I'm like, okay, I just won't take any text messages for a while.
No, sometimes I've been resorting to paying for the app.
No.
Like the little remove ads button. I'm like, yeah. It's usually like $3 or $4.
You know, I got 2-player apps on my tablet.
Yeah.
It's the best. So
2-player
like
apps.
like 2-player apps. So one side and then the other side.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so the other day we played table tennis, me and Ellie.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
sick.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's real cool. So
That should be one of the Dad
I
Olympic challenges.
I think so.
I'm for that.
But we'll have to screen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
so
that is a good mountain of a problem.
the tiny X. Yeah, it's
I think-
just so annoying and so pointless.
I
Like-
think you're an idiot because you pay for it.
Well, then I never get ads.
Yeah, but you're spending...
It's like $3, and it's often a quite
Mm.
fun game. And then you don't even get the prompts for ads or anything. It's just you get to play it.
Do you do that with YouTube? I
I've
appreciate
been thinking
ads.
about YouTube Premium because I do use it a lot.
Yeah.
I used to use it for music. I've been using Amazon for music lately, though.
Yeah, okay.
So
See,
I
but
don't use YouTube enough anymore to justify it.
I feel like all of those other apps... Like, YouTube is good because YouTube has literally everything.
Yeah.
But for me, it was always that whole thing of like... Spotify has a lot of the bands that I listen to. And being like a music nerd, a metal nerd, I have all of these bands that just aren't anywhere else.
Yeah.
So, but for some reason, Spotify, they're like, yeah, just chuck it through Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Spotify works for me. I
Yeah.
like Spotify. But I know there's so many people against it. And I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, are there? Like, I hate it, but I thought everyone loved it.
No.
Everyone at the end of the year, they post there, look at my Spotify list.
Isn't that fun?
These
That's
are my
always
top
fun
5
until your
songs.
Spotify list is just literally the same songs every year. Like every year, mine is just like Baker Street and then RuPaul's entire discography.
Oh, really?
Bad.
No, mine is like, mine was really good every year. I'm always like, oh yeah, I did listen to a lot of metal that year.
Mine
and then-
would be all Disney soundtracks and podcasts.
See, but you can change it. So like you can have profiles for your kids. I do the family thing because my kids are older, and Ellie has an account. So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about Spotify. another time.
Maybe that's something to look at in your budget.
Oh, my budget, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it
it's
scares me.
it's
scary.
complicated though. I did shopping again this week, and I thought, okay, well, I'll reduce the brand name snacks.
Yeah.
Still $500.
This isn't about our personal lives and stuff. That's for the dad versus dad part.
Although it probably should be a topic we bring in at some stage, feeding families.
That's up to you if you believe that's a mountain.
It's
Because honestly, for me, it's Molehill.
I mean, really, I wish I had 3 money and no kids.
Okay.
Throwback.
Okay, so this is a mountain of a problem.
You keep saying that, and it never is. Off you go.
I love your responses. Get into it. Okay. Sending the wrong react button.
On Facebook,
Or most social.
you can just press it again.
Yeah.
I've got a
But
question
what if you
about
don't
that,
notice?
actually.
What if you don't notice that you've sent it or... So I'll give you some scenarios where it's bad.
Pay attention to your reaction.
No. It's
This
not
is already the Molehill.
It's not all. It's not all at that point. Okay, and let me explain why.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, I was at work. I sent a semi joke, and I'm like, someone said, because I work with the credit collection team, and they were like, oh yeah, this account was just on one of my lists, and I'm like, oh, I love lists, and he put a wow react. And I was like, oh no, did he think I meant like Schindler's List or, like something horrible?
Yeah.
And then he quickly changed the react to a laugh react.
Ah.
Panic averted. But for that split second, I was like, oh no, I'm going to get fired.
I literally had that moment last night when I
Yeah.
was on Facebook.
Right.
And I liked something and I thought, no, I love that. So I changed it to the love. And I thought, hang on, no, maybe I don't know this person well enough. And I went back to the like.
Okay.
Does that person then get notified of
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no. It depends. If they're looking at it, they'll see them all. But otherwise, if they're not online as it's happening, they'll only see the notification
they'll see-
for the most recent.
Because sometimes I'm like not sure if I've liked something or like if I've liked a comment or not. So I like it. Then I'm like, did I push that? And I push it again and then it disappears the number. I'm like, oh no, I better like that again.
See, this is a Molehill. This is just like a fun, cute part of life.
No.
Wrong reacting.
Let me
and stuff.
tell- okay.
Oh, I just
So-
laugh, react that your grandma died.
That was my next scenario.
It's
so
fun.
family members die and you're like laugh react or angry react.
Yeah, and
You
someone
go
screenshots it and uses it against you forever. It's
Why
fun.
wouldn't
right.
you just sad react?
Hey,
Why wouldn't you just use a sad react?
Nobody accidentally
angry react
laugh
is
react.
next to the sad.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like a react.
It's
type
about
of-
accidentally using
A
the wrong one.
newborn baby. You sad react or you
Yeah.
laugh react. That person's going to be like, oh, that person either is sad that I had a child or laughing at it. This one, political stance, any reaction someone's going to be offended by.
Yeah.
You can like it, you can hate it, you can laugh at it, you can get... There's always a react. So that one's just the one and only. But the reactions... You don't have emotion.
Well, I don't make
Jeremy,
these mistakes as
Jeremy.
often as you.
Jeremy,
This isn't at all a mountain. This
If
is
you-
just
if you put-
fun new part of the strange world we live in.
if you were to say, I'm having a bad day today.
Yeah.
Laugh react.
Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
If it was
And I
him
would
saying
laugh
that,
at that. If someone laugh reacted at me saying that, that would cheer me up. Oh, he's enjoying my pain. That's funny.
that's exactly why I would.
So. But if you did that to someone else who feels emotion,
Yeah.
because you don't.
But
feel like
I wouldn't do it to someone else because I know I don't make that kind of joke.
And anyone who knows him knows he's a bastard anyway.
you are. No,
Like they would expect it from him.
No, I'm a sweetie pie.
You're a bit of a sweetie pie. Stacey's shaking her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's a problem. You're right. It's probably not the biggest, but it is a mountain of a
It's
problem.
really
It's-
not. It's not a problem.
Okay.
It might. Maybe it's like an old people problem. I don't know. It's not something I've ever had a problem with.
Have you ever seen the Facebook posts of old people asking Facebook questions?
Yes. Yeah, they're great. Laugh, react at those.
No, I've never once done a care react.
I do it often.
Never.
I'm on an animal group.
What?
It's a private animal
Okay,
group.
but what?
Animal posting.
It's good. Yeah, that is a good page. I'm on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
I've seen your posts.
Wait. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen you in that one.
No, I don't post on it. I just look at it occasionally.
Okay.
It's wholesome animals. It's fine.
Anyone
good.
listening should follow the page Animals Eating Fruit.
I've
Now,
seen
that
that.
is a wholesome page.
Yeah.
Just a shout out to
Well-
animals eating fruit.
I will... Look. I forget what I was talking about.
The dumb react thing.
I'm now
that's not
thinking
at
about
all a
animals.
mountain.
Boomer posting.
Your little molehill.
Look, it's not a mountain. I kind of regret it.
Wake up!
I kind of regret bringing it in.
Wake up! Yes! I
I
crushed
think
your
that's
spirit
valid.
already! Yes! Spirit crusher. Okay. So, the mountains this week were unstackable cans, huge mountain, people coming in sick, the tiny X and mobile ads, and accidentally pressing the wrong react.
It's not just you.
What?
It's the wrong react button. Not just you.
What?
It's you accidentally pushing.
Yeah, accidentally pressing the wrong react.
Yeah,
button.
you're right. Don't worry. Forget about it.
Cut.
What?
Cut that.
Did you mishear me?
No, I heard you. It's fine.
Okay, so you can vote for these mountains on patreon.com/dadversedad. We're currently looking at different voting methods, but for now, that's where you go to vote. You do need to create a Patreon profile, but you don't have to subscribe to us.
And you should jump on Patreon anyway because there's so many cool things in there. I mean, I follow a few. I'm a big fan of Patreon as a whole.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just such a cool platform. It does support artists and they do appreciate it. And especially content creators, they don't get... It's hard work.
It is
Like,
a lot of work.
It's a lot
in
of
this.
work.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of unseen hours.
Yeah. This for anyone watching is just a few hours of me hanging out with Jez and Stacey. It's pretty good. So
Yeah.
I actually enjoy doing it. But at the same time, it's hours of editing and everything else. So jump on, support any Patreon guys. And while you're creating an account, come and give us a vote.
Yep. And also, if you're watching Mountain or Molehill on YouTube, it's actually part of a bigger podcast called Dad vs. Dad,
It is.
where we have news, current events, we talk about parenting, bit of our personal lives, and we do have regular challenges as well, which is quite fun.
This week we have just defeated each other on some dad challenges.
Yeah.
Dad Olympics.
Yeah, we're currently doing the Dad Olympics. It's a whole thing. So you can listen to that anywhere you listen to good podcasts. We'll put a link in the third.
You can try again. Do you want me to? You can listen to that. You can...
We'll put a link in the description.
All right, thank you for watching Mountain or Molehill.